So to say Caitlin Clark is happy with what's been happening to the Indiana Fever is an understatement. Let's be honest, it is a understatement because Caitlin Clark is completely delighted to be playing with the Fever because look, who would have ever guessed that the Indiana Fever, the most poverty of all poverty franchises, even more poverty than the freaking sun for a while, would suddenly become the attractive place to go in free agency, mostly because of number 22. I'm not saying entirely because they have Leah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, but mostly because of 22. But if you guys agree that it's crazy, subscribe. We're trying to hit 43.25k subscribers by the end of the day, and we're 45 subscribers off. But anyway, let's listen to what Caitlin Clark has been saying about the new free agents that they have signed and the players they've traded for. Obviously, I made the previous video about DeWanna Bonner, but I will talk about that. But like the thing is, it's like you got DeWanna Bonner coming from Connecticut, and she's going in like seeing her face everywhere. Welcome to basketball country. Obviously for all these free agents, it's a huge thing, and like there's a reason why the free agents are trying to come to Indiana. But like I've showed this in a video before, but let's listen to what she says specifically about DeWanna Bonner's competitiveness.
Similar to what DB said about the competitive fire you all had the moment you had in the playoffs last year, all those things. How do you think your competitive fire can mesh with hers?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you want. You want your teammates to be just as competitive as you are. So I think training camp's going to be really fun. That's when you're competing live. You know, you're getting after things. Coaches are figuring out what lineups work, what lineups don't. So I think it's more so like the drive of pushing your teammates to get better. And I think that's exactly what she speaks to when she talks about her leadership. Like, that's going to push all of us to get better when you can see a vet like that come in here and want to get better every single day still. You know, you're 12 plus whatever they are in their career. That's inspiring. That motivates.
So obviously she's happy about DeWanna Bonner. Let's hear it just talking about just in general adding experienced vets.
What stands out to you about the experience, the champions that have been added to this bunch?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what everybody talked about when we were in the playoffs last year of, you know, we really didn't have much experience at all playing in playoff games. I don't know what the exact number was, but we really lacked in that area. So just adding pieces of, you know, players that have been in this league, they know what it takes to win, they know what it takes to get to the finals, they know what it takes to win championships, I think is exactly what we needed in our locker room. So it's just exciting, but also like they're not only really good basketball players, they're really great leaders and really great people. And I know the front office obviously really prioritized that and looking for the pieces that we wanted to add. So really.
So yeah, obviously that's why they added Coulson, they added Bonner, and they added Natasha Howard, which is rather than going with what people thought they were going to do, which is like run Grace Berger, like have say, obviously run Grace Berger, run a couple of other young players and try to build through the draft. The reason they don't even have a draft pick this year in the first round anyway.
What has it meant to see the franchise all in on you and this team with the new practice facility, landing these free agents, and really being all in on women as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, honestly, and I feel very fortunate and lucky to come here to stay in the Midwest. And you know, this is the franchise in all of women's sports, I say. You know, no matter what sport it is, you know, they're certainly investing. They see the type of crowds we get. They see the excitement we're generating not only in the state of Indiana but all across the country. And I think the next few years are going to be amazing for this franchise, and will continue to be for hopefully 10 plus years, and hopefully we win a few championships. But they're investing to help us be really good. So just putting all the right pieces together and doing it on the floor to you know, return that favor to them. But I'm just really thankful to be here and thankful to, you know, all of Pacers Sport and Entertainment, the Simon family, and then obviously Kelly.
But yeah, obviously like look, she's delighted to be a member of the Fever, and rightfully so. Like, why wouldn't you be happy? Why would you not be happy to be a member of a franchise that is probably not prioritizing you, but putting you as an equal priority to the damn NBA team? Like the Pacers, I think people are probably in Herb Simon's ear being like, look, the Pacers are never going to be, as much as NBA generates more money, the Pacers are never going to be this worldwide brand. The Fever could be. The Fever could be, so pump money into the Fever. That seems like it's the way that things are going for them right now. And yeah, so you've now got like the Fever being a top quality team. You've got the Caitlin Clark, they're happy. You've got the facilities. You've got this organization that has brought in vets, and you've kept your best player happy, which is the main thing. You've got a proper coach. You've got a proper GM, and not a GM that will give Katie Lou Samuelson a max contract that she needed to be bought out of, that screws you as much as keeping her does. Like, they can't even afford to have 12 players because of the Katie Lou contract. But and it's not. We've talked enough about that. You no longer have a GM that just lets Emily Ensler walk after a year. I don't know. But yeah, so they've gotten rid of all the dead weight out of the Fever. Like, I've never seen a more quick turnaround of a franchise ever. And I'm not talking about just from the players, because sometimes we've seen players team up in free agency. In the WNBA it happens. But just from a backroom staff, from an overall standpoint, I don't think I've ever seen a roster or a squad turn around this much, this quickly, because it is crazy. It is absolutely crazy to see something like this happening for Indiana. And it's crazy to see, you know, the Fever being as good as they are as quickly as this, if we're being honest. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That is pretty much it. The Fever are now, like, as she said, they're probably the biggest organization in women's sports. And you could see with some of what we assume was Matt Ishbia last year when asked about Caitlin Clark before the WNBA draft, saying, somebody said it, and it's been assumed it was Matt Ishbia, that they would trade their entire franchise to get Caitlin Clark. And I think maybe not 11 other owners. I think 9 other owners, GMs, would trade every single one of their players just to have her. They would take her and a bunch of second round picks for 1 year, because they know that, like, how much money she's going to generate, how much money that allows them to spend in their facilities. Please don't get it twisted. Without Caitlin Clark there, without those fans, without them bringing in 16,000 people, they can't afford this new training facility. They can't afford to be doing all of this, like, big show to bring in these free agents. They can't afford this without Caitlin Clark. So, like, it all comes down to her. Like, as much as great as Kelsey Mitchell is, as great as Aaliyah Boston is, it really all comes down to Caitlin Clark and what she's able to do as far as, like, bringing in a crowd and bringing players and bringing, like, fans into the franchise. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? And this is the last video I'm recording from a hotel room. Next time you see me, I should be back in my house. I've just banged out like 8 videos this morning, and then I'm getting on a long flight. So if there's some news, it's really last time you see me, you might hear me into a microphone, which is the picture on the screen. But it'll be recording from an airport or a hotel lobby or something, because I'm checking out in like 10 minutes. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.